fellow babies, and welcome to the show voted by 4 out of 5 Republicans, that is. The only thing to watch when spraying down your fat whale of a president with tanning spray. It's the 42 Show.
Splash. Well, actually, that brings me to my first article here that we're not going to review. Actually, this is all, with Donald Trump and his selection and him winning the elections and all that, it's finally got proven that time travel does not exist because no one has gone back in time to, quieting down a little baby. Never happened. So there we go. It's proof. Time travel does not exist. But in other news, we're not going to cover tonight. There was a cruise passengers were complaining after a ship that was going through a terrifying storm at sea. The ship was playing the music from Titanic, Celine Dion's "My Heart Will Go On" during the storm.
I guess it was going to be Gilligan's Island, but okay.
And apparently there's been a lonely dolphin found in the Baltic Sea who's all by himself, but he's found to be talking to himself. Just mumbling away like an old man like me. But yeah. So over to Dick with the what's happening today or yesterday or the day before, because God knows what day it is now.
Yeah, I'm confused myself, but all kinds of crazy's been going on around my world. I'll tell you all about it in the after show because we're definitely having one, because holy fuck do I have steam to blow off. Anyway, this is an artistic impression of how bad your television's user interface is getting with, advertisements, buy. And you've heard us talking about how these companies like LG and Vizio and the TV manufacturers are putting more and more tracking into their TV interface, the user interface, so that they can offer that information for a good fee to the advertisers that can then come at you more. So what's the next logical step to a horrific situation like that? That's right. One of the big advertising firms out there is now bringing out an operating system for televisions, because why not just go full bore and screw you right over? It's crazy. So they're called the Trade Desk. They were founded in 2009, and they sell one of the world's most popular demand-side platforms. And that means they enable advertisers to purchase real-time automated digital ads across various platforms. And it does it like quick. So it's per user. That's why on YouTube, we all see different ads and stuff. It's because of this crap. And they plan to launch the Ventura TV OS in the second half of 2025. Now, you might think to yourself, why would they go to the expense of making an operating system for a television? Because it's not exactly an easy thing. You don't just whip one up like that. Well, they're not even planning on trying to make money off the operating system, right? Because they know that getting their hands directly on the data is so much more valuable to them than having to pay LG and Roku and all these other companies to get the information. And the way this is going to work is these guys, this hasn't come out yet. This is my speculation now, but these guys will offer the OS to like LG TV and so on. And they will literally say, look, we'll give you a cut of the advertising revenue for putting it on your television, because televisions have razor thin margins these days, 7, 9, 12%, unless you're looking at the really high end 105-inch models and all that craziness. So when you look at it, this is going to give LG and the other TV manufacturers, sorry to keep picking on LG, but fuck them anyway. It's going to give them an easier road to extra revenue, and they won't have to lift a finger for the code anymore. They'll just simply collect the money because these guys want their hands on your information that bad. They're willing to make an operating system. It's crazy.
I bet you wish you kept your old CRT screens now. Hey.
My screen, the one I got right now, is a non-smart. It's one of the last few good ones out there. I urge you all right now, whatever your TV is, ditch that fucking thing. Get yourself a non-smart TV box, and then go and buy a used $100 Intel computer. Plug it into your TV. There you go. Smart TV like nobody's business. It's the only way to do it now. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Install Linux to make it even safer. Because coming up, we got Microsoft's in our radar. We're coming at you.
yeah, Microsoft will be talking about that in the after show again.
Yeah.
Well, um, yeah, but until then, well, yeah, don't worry about self-driving cars because the science has already been worked out. Because they have rats. Yeah, rodent research. Neuroscientists taught rats how to drive miniature cars, uncovering their surprising knack for joyrides and car theft. Yeah, equipped the vehicles with built from cereal containers. The rats learned to steer with precision using levers, motivated by the ultimate reward, a Fruit Loop treat. But it wasn't just their driving skills that raised eyebrows, it was their enthusiasm. Because researchers noticed that the tiny drivers were eagerly hopping into their cars, just revving the makeshift engines up like kids excited for recess. The rats raised in enriched environments, complete with toys and space, became speed demons.
I'm picturing an old school Le Mans start, and all the rats are standing at the side, and they run to their cars and get in and go.
Yeah, this bizarre project evolved with high-tech upgrades. The robotics experts designed rat Teslas, featuring ergonomic levers, rodent-proof wiring, and unbreakable wheels, turning the experiment into a miniature car show. But stranger still, the rats' apparent joy at driving spurred new questions about their emotional lives. During the pandemic,
Why did they all start playing dodgems with each other, like bumper cars or something?
No, that's not what happened. But the researchers observed the rats eagerly anticipating driving sessions, sparking investigations as to how positive experience, like waiting for a treat or a turn at the wheel, affect brain function. Yeah, very interesting.
And I also
it's an excuse to carry on with the study, isn't it?
I read in the Journal of Medicine that there was also instances of the rats exhibiting supreme road rage towards mice on bicycles. So
fuck them. Yeah, I mean, this is what's going to happen. Teslas are now training these rats, and so they'll just stick them in the front of your Cybertruck, and they'll be able to drive you wherever you want. just as long as a Fruit Loop at the end of the journey.
As long as you got some food and drink, it'll lower the range anxiety, right? Just get them running.
Oh, you're talking about the rat engine. Oh, that's a different scientific.
Yeah. Oh, right. That's Toyota. Okay, it's hard to keep these things straight. But rats for the win, baby.
we got some more rodent news coming up soon, so keep in there.
We've got from our failed attempt to go live again. You'll hear all about it in the after show. We do have a big shout out to do here for UTV and Ham, who thankfully is in the live chat. Hey, UTV. There was a $10 super chat from our failed attempt there, and it was to support to keep the lights on and or for priority funding. I love those ones, UTV and Ham. Thank you so much. If you don't know, UTV and Ham's the guy that sent my son up an action cam and a handheld video cam, and he's been taking footage, and there'll be some stuff on my son's YouTube channel coming up. It'll be cool.
Yeah, it's called Dick Rage.
Well, speaking of rage, I can only imagine the rage that is coming out of Google officials. Oh, so if you didn't hear about this, the U.S. Department of Justice filed its proposed final judgment, officially recommending a broad range of remedies to end Google's search monopoly. Now, so the DOJ in the States there have been going after Google for being a monopoly, but holy, did they go at them. It requires the company to sell the Chrome browser outright. It will no longer be owned by Google. I can't cheer that enough. As long as we get the right buyer, we all need to chip in and support DuckDuckGo to buy Chrome, because that would be the greatest outcome ever. It also retains the option of forcing Google to divest Android if competition doesn't increase from behavioral remedies, including bans on exclusive default deals with other browsers and device makers. That's another huge one, because you see what's going on in the world. I don't know if you all know this or not. I definitely have been watching this happen since day one. Google started in search, right? And as soon as they had their hands on the information of what you were searching, they started advertising stuff because, well, they have the information to sell to advertisers. Therefore, get good ads, target them towards you, and make the advertising industry worth more money. Then Google went, well, if we actually had the web browser, we could get more of this information. Hence, Chrome came out, right? Then they were like, you know what? We need, with this mobile phone thing really taking off and stuff, we have to make sure we have an OS out there because we need to have our claws into the people's data. And that's why Android is basically given away for free to the phone manufacturers. So they don't have to bother coding an OS. They can just grab Android and put out a phone. So this stuff is huge, right? And additionally, Google is prohibited from building any new web browsers and must fund an education campaign that shows people how to switch search engines and potentially even pays people to switch. Education to switch browsers. Seriously, people, I'm putting out a series of videos on how to educate yourself in tech. We'll just get that done easy.
That's 30 seconds of the video.
Yeah. Google may also be restricted from using its data scale advantage to benefit its AI products. That will be a massive blow to Google. They will literally spin AI off into a company any day now or whatever, I bet, because they can't have that. Now, Google's chief legal officer, Kent Walker, went ballistic. And he's basically saying that this government, this administration has gone too far and yada, yada, and so on. And you can see what he's doing. What he's doing is he's setting this up to be a political argument instead of a monopoly argument, hoping that the painted whale will step in and do something about it upon his inauguration. It's just garbage.
Whose idea was this in the first place? It's not coming from the Trump administration.
No, yeah. This has been going on a few years now. Department of Justice. So there'd be probably a few Democrats that started this, right? Because it's all about giving one company too much ability to manipulate us for their own financial gain. And well, that's Republicans, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, because the only reason I say that because it does sound like it's Musk's idea. He's just leaned over to Trump and said, "Yeah, go on, split it up," and then I'll buy Chrome.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see here. Yeah. Good on the DOJ for properly standing up to do something good. I do want to put in a little editorial note here before we switch over, though. Capitalism, the free market enterprise system, and so on. It's the greatest thing and whatnot. And we sit back and watch these companies grow to be these massive monopolies, and then the government steps in and breaks them up. And this happens over and over again. Is there maybe a flaw in the system here? Shouldn't we maybe stop them from becoming the monopolies before letting it happen and then going, ah, shit? Just a thought, right?
There's no flaw in that. Yeah.
So where are you going next here, buddy?
Back to the rodent desk. We are. Yes, because a flight has been grounded for 5 days. This was a few days ago, so I don't know where it is now. But a flight has been grounded for 5 days after 130 hamsters escaped their cages in Portugal. They were found roaming around the cargo area of an Airbus 320 after baggage handlers discovered their damaged cages when the flight touched down at the airport in Azores. The workers have been desperately trying to round up the power cable eating rodents since the mass escaped on Tuesday, but 16 were still said to be on the loose. Look at them.
I happen to know that they were just looking for a local cocaine dealer. So
like someone get these mofo hamsters off this plane.
They'd be gangster style.
The hamsters were reportedly part of a delivery for a pet shop on the island, which also included ferrets and some birds. Authorities began searching for them after passengers on board the plane disembarked and their luggage was removed. The mass breakout forced the flight to be grounded instead of continuing the journey to Lisbon, where it's started its journey from. Sources told a newspaper that the animals had been accepted on the flight after being turned away from an earlier one because the cages didn't meet accepted standards.
Oh.
So apparently they say the hamster's incisors are said to be stronger than metals like iron and copper, so they're quite easy to jump through cables.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking to myself, like I'm a passenger on a plane. Oh, a cute little hamster just went by. Oh no, save me! You just pick it up, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, they be chewy little bastards and all the
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cargo hold and all that. It's open to all the airplanes.
They're just falling out of the little window things and stuff. That'd be horrible. Why am I laughing? It'd be horrible.
On teeny tiny little parachutes.
Is that plane having a shit?
Well, this is one of many stories I've got on the list here about hamsters escaping into planes. But let's leave it on that, shall we?
Oh God. Okay. Where am I supposed to be? Oh yeah, right. So I promised you a little thing on Microsoft, and boy, do we got one. So every time they do this, I bring it up because it's awful. You don't do this to paying customers and users that you're ripping off their data and stuff already. But this is what's coming up on Windows 10 right now. A pop-up that has this big, but you're coming to an end as being Windows 10. Now, it's full screen. It interrupts your entire computer as if you borrowed it from the library and they have a right to do this to you. Never mind the fact that you could be on a computer you spent like $3,000 to buy, right? But these ads coming up are not to upgrade to Windows 11 like you would think, but they are insinuating that your computer wouldn't upgrade to Windows anyway, so you should really be looking at a new computer. And what these ads are also doing is you're depending on who you are, you see a different version of this thing on the screen here. And some of them promote the new Copilot AI PCs, some of them don't. And it seems to literally be tailored based on what Microsoft knows of you. Now, why would Microsoft, a company that barely makes PCs and only sells a tiny fraction of the PC hardware out there, what Microsoft might be 1% at best of the market or something? Why would they be trying to get you to buy a new computer other than the fact they get a license fee on Windows 11 or whatever? I guarantee that this is some kind of thing where a whole bunch of PC manufacturers got together and said, hey, man, we'll give you a couple of bucks. Now it's coming back to you instead. You know what I mean? But pop that up. Let's get some PCs sold. Why would Microsoft say no?
And in the after show, I'm going to tell you about Microsoft's new PC, which is a hoot. We'll come to that later.
Oh, God.
Also in the after show, we do have to announce some really, really sad news. So
yeah.
But anyway, back to the bizarre reality of the real world. Yes, we talked about this story, several months back about the banana duct taped to a wall as a piece of art. Yes, that is art with a big capital F at the front of it.
No, it isn't. Yeah.
But believe it or not, this conceptual art piece called Comedian became a viral sensation after an Italian artist, Maurizio Catalan, debuted it at the Art Basel Miami Beach in 2019. So it's been hanging around.
Welcome to Miami.
They tried to make out that it was a single piece of fruit stuck to the wall with a silver tape was a joke or a cheeky commentary on questionable standards among art collectors. Now, this piece of artwork has just been sold at auction for $6.2 million at an auction in New What
the?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it when it rots, you moron?
No, it gets replaced every couple of days. That's the whole point. But just we got this picture for scale here. That's what $6.2 million will buy you in bananas.
So when you buy that piece of art for $6 million, does it come with like some dude named Enrique that pops by every couple of days to refresh your banana?
Essentially, yes, that's exactly what happens.
Wow.
It's the installation anyway, or unless you're one of the guys that goes down to the art exhibition and then just rips off the wall and eats it, which has happened twice. But no,
That was an expensive nana.
now Justin Sun, the founder of cryptocurrency platform Tron, has paid 6.2 million for it at auction. But what he's paid for essentially is a certificate of authority. Let me say that again. A certificate of authenticity that gives him the authority to duct tape a banana to a wall and call it comedian. Let that sink in. So he is now. Now I know what you're all thinking. You're all thinking you can do the same and duct tape a banana to your wall, but no, you don't. You haven't paid 6.2 million for the authenticity or the authority to do that.
What's wrong with you?
I don't have enough buttons for this, man.
And what's worse, additionally, in the coming days, he said he will personally eat the banana as part of a unique artistic experience, honoring its place in both art history and popular culture, and probably a little bit of a dark stain in his toilet.
Dude, here, just pause the show for a second. Just between you and I've eaten a banana. It's not an artistic experience. Like, is he stupid? Okay, run the show again. Okay, so that's just
back to normal.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. What the hell?
Yeah. So you can pay 6.2 million for a banana to take to a wall, or you can spend 6.28 million and buy 20 million bananas. It's up to you.
Yeah, you can buy one banana taped on a wall, which Enrique will replace every couple days, or you could buy Ecuador.
Yeah. Now, Lucas Elliott, the head of the contemporary marquee sales at Sotheby's, said there's been much debate over whether this is art or whether it is a prank or whether it is a symbol of the excess of the art market. In truth, he said, of course, it's all of those things. While giggling, taking his commission.
It's a symbol of his fragile grip on reality, is what it is. Jesus Christ!
Now, I was talking to Kelly about this earlier, and she got really like, shall we say, vocal about it, because she was saying, "Well, they haven't bought anything. It's a non-fungible token. It's an NFT. This is encrypted. No money has." She says, "No money has exchanged hands. She's sure of it, and and it's all a complete fucking game." Apparently, there's a big thing on Reddit about it. So. She just said you don't have enough time to go and have a look at this.
Yeah, like Putin's cat in the chat says, money laundering, man. Yeah, there's a lot of this stuff. We don't have it for this show, but we'll bring it up after the bloated fat whale of President-elect Trump is now selling guitars.
Oh no!
Yeah, I'm not kidding. There was a picture of him signing what looks to be a knockoff Korean-made Les Paul or something. Anyway, yeah,
with the tariffs and everything, they'll be so cheap.
Yeah. So let's see here. We don't have the clock running, so we're a little confused. Our YouTube studio says we've been alive for about 25 minutes and a half or so, so we'll run with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So here, let me go into a couple of things now that we're talking about, Trump here, right? Here we go. So first off, we got this unholy piece of trash. Matt Gaetz, he withdrew his name from consideration as U.S. President-elect Trump's Attorney General. Can you imagine a guy who thinks it's cool to pay and have sex with 17-year-old girls being the Attorney General?
It's got worse in the last few days. It's worse than that.
Yeah. There's he was using Venmo and stuff to pay for. It's just unbelievable. There's some there's the whole God damn it, the Justice Department was looking into him for 3 years. Sex trafficking, Attorney General, sex trafficking, Attorney General, sex trafficking. It's just and as Dunk said, it's even getting worse. So, but he's pulled himself out the race. He probably pulled himself out of a couch that he was having sloppy seconds from JD Vance on. But that's him. Now we've got this media whore, Linda McMahon or McMahon, whatever, the wrestling family. And a recent lawsuit suggests this one and her husband knew that one of the guys who was like the ring announcer or some shit was sexually exploiting underage minors all through the 80s and whatnot. They had this thing. Yeah, it's revolting. They had Phillips would recruit. Phillips is this asshole that worked at the WWE. It was the WWF at the time, but whatever. And he would recruit ring boys to help him set up and take down the wrestling gear and whatnot. However, the job was a guy's for sexual exploitation. And this happened in front of wrestlers and the executives, both this bitch and her husband and whatnot, and the whole bit. Yeah, they literally let this go on in eyesight and just played it off as, well, we're celebrities. It's fine, whatever. Yeah.
What just staggers my mind is QAnon, the whole MAGA thing. QAnon, had the whole Pizzagate thing. Remember that one?
Yeah.
The government had, seller. They were selling children, all that kind of stuff. No, now this is happening in real life in front of your face.
Yeah.
nobody's batting an eyelid.
Yeah. I don't hear Jason Smith going on about this in a podcast. Little throwback there. Now. So she's horrible, and we can only hope that she doesn't actually make it into office. But then there's this piece of trash as well. And a woman has been coming forward. Pete Hesketh, he took her phone, blocked the door in a California hotel room, refused to let her leave, and sexually assaulted her. This is going down in the background as well. So literally, is there a Trump appointee who isn't a deranged fucking lunatic? That is the actual question here, because so far, every single one of the names I picked out a hat and looked into is somebody that I wouldn't let come onto my property without kicking the crap out of. Again, that's going to relate to the story for after. We'll get to that.
Do you not think Trump is doing this to make him look like more normal? Just being a convicted felon and rapist as president. Well, if you're a gang of pedophiles and rapists and all that kind of stuff, in your cabinet, then maybe the president isn't so bad after all.
Right. So it's like we're doing grading on the curve, and he's building what he needs to make sure the curve is favorable. It's awful.
I'm going flat Earth. Shut up.
So let's see. We'll get out of that. Oh, okay. So this looks like some cool old stuff.
Yeah, it's a little ancient jug, but apparently researchers have found out it's a little cup of yuck. And it's an unsettling Egyptian beverage was basically found inside this cup. Is a fermented alcoholic cocktail laced with psychoactive plants and human bodily fluids.
Oh, dude.
Analysis of the 2,200-year-old ceramic mug adorned with the image of the deity Beth revealed the recipe's gruesome ingredients, which was, let me find it, the hallucinogenic drugs, is also including human blood, breast milk, vaginal and oral mucus. Get me some of that. And of course, we've got on screen the ancient Egyptian testing it out right now. That's delicious. Flavored with honey and licorice, the sesame seeds and pine nuts, obviously designed to take the edge off the vaginal and oral mucus, was designed to resemble blood, aligning to the deity's association with protection for healing.
I'm done. Oh, and I'm never gonna eat again.
So we're not going to be selling it in the Shills store then.
No, definitely. We're not bottling something that is, the one fluid that comes out right before a person dies.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not harvesting your vaginal juices. That's for sure.
I'd have to go get it out of a box. Jesus. Okay, so let's see here. Where am I supposed to be now? Oh, where is it here? Oh yeah. So Niantic. You ever heard of Niantic? They're the people that make like Pokemon Go and a few other of these augmented reality apps that games that you can get on your phone, right? And people think they're pretty fun. It was hugely popular, made a lot of money. Turns out they're making an AI model for navigating the physical world. And what do you think they've been using to train all of that AI goodness? Exactly. No, everything you've been using on your phone. So every time you grab a Pokemon Go character, you've been unwittingly helping train an AI model that's coming up. Can you believe this stuff, man? And it's not just Pokemon Go. It's all of the different VAR games, augmented reality, that Niantic have put out recently. And so, other AI models have been training themselves on YouTube videos and whatnot. These guys have been training it on everything that you point your phone at when you grab one of these fake characters in one of their games.
Is it now called Pokemon Go Shopping?
It should be called Go Fuck Yourself, but big shout out here. We got Petra Olsen in. Swedish Croners, 129 of them, no less. With love to Ukraine, and with much love, it will be said. Okay, I can do this. Thanks, Petra. Thank you very much. Let me check over here. Okay, and we still got a couple minutes. I think we're about 3 minutes from hitting the credits button, maybe 4 minutes. So I'm not really sure because I'm used to having that fucking clock.
Well, if you keep talking, there will be less time. So I'll just get on with the story, shall I?
Okay, yeah.
There are dramatic scenes at Orchard Junior School in Dibden Purlieu, which is in the UK, somewhere near Portsmouth or somewhere like that. As police were called out at 1:30 p.m. after the item was presented to the class in a show and tell. It turned out it was a bomb. Or an incendiary device, from an email sent to parents by the school described the object as a historic incendiary device. And the school was calmly evacuated, and a disposal team attended to take the item away to be destroyed as a precaution. Probably destroyed at the same time.
Yeah. Subsequently, the students will be looking forward to their new school.
Yeah, in 2028 when it's built. Yeah, Laura Holloway, who was a child at the school, said she found out. Oh, sorry, she has a child, not was a child. What am I reading? So I got tears in my eyes. I can't read. So she found out what happened when she received a text from the school saying, "Schools are being closed and evacuated. Please collect your child from the Noneswood field as soon as possible."
Yeah, they couldn't be falling from the sky, so bring your glove, bring your mitt.
Where's my child? A bit of him's over there. There's some over there, and the rest of it's on the far side of the field.
Alice Cooper's sitting back reading this right now, watching this, going, called it. Schools been blown to pieces.
Yeah, what happened when this goes off? Well, children, what you're supposed to do is leap 20 foot into the air and spread yourself over as much wide distance as possible. Oh dear.
Wow.
Another parent had called saying there were police everywhere. I know my youngest would have been so scared. I'm pretty sure the kids wouldn't even care. It's like, where's this rusty old lump of metal? Start banging it.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute now. I know my little one would have been so scared. Really, raising a little wimp, are we? I think in this day and age, they're going to have tougher skin now.
They should be cheering on that fucking Nintendo device.
Yeah. Find the one that's crying and slap it. Okay. Bring it out here,
Yeah, Parents' Day, they're always wrapping their children in cotton wool and bubble wrap.
Oh, totally.
It should be Kevlar.
So, okay, I think we're about at our mark here. We are going to run an after show because why the hell not? Lots of things to cover, actually. It's not going to be quite as random. Well, it will be, but never mind. We'll see after. We will be 5-minute transition. We'll get to the after show right away. If anybody can find the link to the after show to drop to everybody, that'd be good. Did we set up a redirect?
Oh, you know what? I don't think I did.
Yeah, so we better get the linky. Here, let's get the linky in the live chat for everybody before we fuck off, just to make sure.
I got it here. Oh, I have got it. Give me 2 seconds.
All right, I beat you. There we go. There's the after show link, everybody.
Wait. Just hang on 2 seconds, because if I do that and then edit that and then
what are you doing?
Wait. Where is it? Customization.
Don't send people to the endorsers channel.
Right. Save. I've now added the redirect.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So you'll have the redirect, hopefully.
Okay. So it'll probably screw up just like most of YouTube does on a daily basis for us. But we've got huge shout outs to our team in the credits. And thanks all for joining us. See you in the after show. Get a drink, roll a joint. See you there.
Yeah, you'll want to be there.
And a big shout out to the team who do everything for us in the background. You wouldn't believe how important it is to have an amazing team, people, and we just happen to have one. We got Shayna running the Shills account tonight. We got BJ CNET running the newsroom for us. We got Chris Lundy and Super Chat Matt as well. Huge thanks to the team. We'd be screwed without you.
And thank everybody for your Super Chats, your channel membership, your donations, and like on the way out, I'm going to do that right now. And I'll do the same. And first out, first out word and first out a rat didn't come the motorway in a little. That's really cool. Anyway, next and some of this is cool.
I don't know if it's just me, everybody, but if you understood that, good on you. I have no idea what he just said, but we'll fix it. We'll see you at the after show. Let's get out of here.